Hi! In the previous lessons, we imported our project into Android Studio. In this video, we will take a look at how to test our application in a virtual device, also known as emulator. This emulates a real device functionality, so we will be able to test our application. However, emulators can't fully imitate the functionality of a real device. That's why it is recommended that in later stages of development to use a real device in order to test your application. Usually, developers test their applications in multiple real devices, each having different hardware and screen resolutions. Now, I have already opened the Android emulator in order to speed up things, because the loading process of the emulator application can take some time, especially if you are running the emulator for the first time. Let's switch back to Android Studio and use the Run button in order to launch the application. You can also use the Shift plus F10 keyboard shortcut. Then we can see the Choose Device window, which allows us to select a device that will be used to run the application. We can see that the emulator is available, so we will select it. In case you didn't launch the emulator previously running the application, you can select the option to launch it now. Also, you can check the option to use the same device for future launches in case you want to use the same device in future, but in my case I will leave this option unchecked because we will use a real device instead of the emulator in an upcoming lesson. By pressing OK, our application will be copied and installed into the emulator, and after that we will be able to see it running. So let me switch to the emulator and unlock the device by using a swipe up gesture, and after a couple of moments we can see the main screen of the application. Let's give it a try and press the play button located on the blue car, and we are presented with the game screen. We can see that in order to steer the car, we will need to tilt the device. The tilt functionality is not supported by the emulator, so let me start the game first, and as soon as we collide with an enemy car that is coming into our way, we should see the game over screen. And indeed, we are presented with the game over screen as soon as we crash into another car. So, in this video we tested our game in a virtual device or emulator. We saw that these have limitations like not being able to tilt the device or other hardware restrictions like video camera and so on. However, we will be able to test our game in a real device like a phone or tablet, for example, in order to avoid these limitations. We can see how this can be done in the next lesson. Thanks for watching.